Hi there, this is Chris, and welcome to your Business Bud. On this video, I'll share advanced copywriting secrets number 6 and 7. But first, if you're new to this channel and you're dead serious in making huge amount of money online, I'm gonna be making weekly videos that will help you do just that. So click on that subscribe button and hit that bell, because I promise you, together we can. On my last video, I shared to you advanced copywriting secrets number 4, share stories, and number 5, write like you are talking. Remember, in one-on-one communication, you're not going to be perfect. That is okay. It's not about that. People, especially English professors or grammar teachers, may criticize your writing, your page. They may say, it's not grammatically correct. Don't mind them. Your goal is not to earn as much as an English professor. Your goal is bigger income from your writings. So only listen to someone who earns 6 figures from his or her writings. If there are any typo errors and it's converting sales, why would you change that? It's working. Do you think those who criticize you are going to buy from you? That English professor? Do you think if you follow his advice, if you change the words, he will buy? No, he ain't gonna buy shit from you, so why bother? It's all about connecting to your audience, to people who needed your stuff. It's about reaching out to them and touching their lives. If they found the solutions to their problems through you with your writing, do you think they care about typo errors? Hey, you forgot a period here, or your grammar here in this part ain't right. No, they don't care about those things, as long as you understood them and you provided the solutions. Your goal is to have a best-selling copy, not the best writing copy. Remember that. So if you haven't seen Secrets 1 to 5, make sure to watch them. You can check it out on the link on the upper right portion, or I'll also leave the links on the description below. So, without further ado, advanced copywriting secret number 6, focus on pain instead of pleasure. Most copywriters, even myself when I started out, I like to focus more on pleasure. Because if you study psychology or read books about it, you know that human beings do things for 2 reasons and 2 reasons only. Either to gain pleasure or to avoid pain. Those are the 2 biggest motivators that we have. Let's say we want to go to a vacation because we want to gain pleasure. Or let's say we have a muscle pain. We think of a painkiller because we want to avoid that pain. Always one of those things. So, which one do you think is more powerful motivator? Yes, it's pain. As human beings, we would do more to avoid pain than to gain pleasure. This may not be all the time, okay, but most of the time, with the majority of people, it's pain. Think about different things that you buy, different decisions that you make. Think about your daily life. Do you do more things to gain pleasure, or do you do more things to avoid pain? It's to avoid pain, right? So, in writing copy, remember that people don't buy their way into something. People buy their way out of something. This is very, very important. They want to buy something to get out of the situation they are in. It's to avoid pain. Think about the people in your life, your family, relatives, and friends. Do these people talk about their goals and dreams? Or do they complain about the problems that they have? Chances are, most of the time, they complain, right? So, if most people are complaining about the problems that they have, an easier way to get their attention if you are selling is to find out what they are complaining about. Use that as a message and put it in front of them. Talk about their problems. They will immediately resonate. They're like, "Oh, that is exactly my problems. How did you know?" Well then, let's talk about how you can solve these problems for me. Make sense? Okay, I'd like to address what I think could be some of your questions. You may ask, do I need to make my copy the classic long, or do I need to make it short due to the busy world today? It will mostly depend on your niche. It will depend on who you are communicating to. Some cases, you might have to break down your sales page into 2 or 3 sales pages, but you will still need to test it to figure out which one works best. The whole one long sales page or the one splitted into several sales pages. Even then, there is one thing that never changes. The more you tell, the more you sell. If you're not telling enough, if you're not explaining enough, you're not selling enough. You might say, "Oh, but it's too long. Nobody will read this." Well, you're not your customer. If your stuff is boring, 1 page is too much. If your stuff is compelling, 15 pages is too short. Just like reading a book. If it's a good book, you can read 200 pages and you cannot put it down. But if it's a bad book, the first page, it's like, this is a piece of crap. It's so boring. I don't want to read this shit. So it's not about the length. It's about how good and compelling your copy is. I'd rather you write as much as you could because you can always edit it down to make it more compelling. Another question that I know you might be asking is this: how can I practice and improve on my copywriting skills? This is a very good and very important question. I'll give you 2 tips. My first tip is, well, I got this from a lot of great copywriters like Gary Halbert, My Seafood Dunlock, and other great copywriters. They actually did this when they started out. And then when they became great copywriters, they all gave this tip to thousands of people. But I think only few ever did it. Here it is. You take a good performing ad copy, then you copy it by handwriting. Don't type it. Write it down. This is extremely, extremely powerful. But at first, it sounded really stupid. When I first heard it from Gary Halbert in one of his courses I studied, I was like, this doesn't make any sense. But then he explains why, and as I studied other very successful copywriters like Dan Lok and Anik Singhal, just to name a few, interestingly, they also give the same advice. Why is that? That is because when you write it down, you get to feel the flow more. You memorize the pattern. You connect to the copy more than when you are just reading it. The result is, as you write it down, something will click in your brain. Like, you can feel what the copywriter is feeling when he was writing it. You'll be able to imitate the style of the copywriter and incorporate it on your own. This is very surreal experience. There's this mysterious connection of our brain to our hand when we write. Very, very powerful. quite tedious, which is why most people don't do this. This is a huge advantage for you because you can outperform your competitors by learning and naturally imitating the flow and style of a very successful copywriters. And here's my tip number 2. Start building your swipe file. Swipe file is any good copy that you see. It could be a sales page, direct mail, Facebook ads, or emails. Any good copy that caught your attention. This could be very valuable. Collect all those copy, all those amazing proven ideas, and save it to a folder on your computer where you can always access it, especially when you're writing your own copy. It'll be very, very helpful along the way. Trust me. Advanced copywriting secret number 7. Make them feel you are an expert. How do you do that? We talked about a little bit of this already on the previous Advanced Copywriting Secrets I shared with you, so make sure to go back to it. Are your customers or potential clients skeptical? Hell yeah, they are. Because of the technology we have today, do they have more choices? Yes or no? 1000% yes. So keep this in mind. When you write your copy, don't talk to them as if they're not skeptical. Be real. Talk to them as if they are skeptical. Most people, when they write their copy, they assume that their potential clients or customers like, trust, and understand them. Big mistake. When you are writing copy, when you are closing deals in print, always assume that they don't know you, they don't like you, and they don't trust you. And they should, because most of them have been lied to, taken advantage of, and have been duped with their hard-earned money. It's normal. You got to keep that in mind and start there. How can you build trust when you have no followers or testimonials from your clients yet? Give value first. Do you follow someone, a mentor in social media? I bet you do. Recall your first encounter with that mentor. What made you trust him or her? You got an enormous amount of value, yes? Perhaps you watched some of his or her YouTube videos and suddenly you found the solution to your problems. And from that moment, you became a believer, a raving fan. That mentor's free stuff was so good, and when he or she launched a product, probably a personal mentorship or a course for $500, without second thought, you pulled out your credit card and bought. Think about this and compare it to someone you just came across out of the blue in social media, for example, and that person says, "Hey, I have this personal coaching class that will help you triple your income guaranteed in less than 30 days. The investment is just $500. Will this work? Absolutely not, right? But then that's how most people sell. That is why they're not selling as much as they want. So, what do you have to say? What do you have to do? Collect testimonials from your customers. Show results and numbers. I'll give you a perfect example. Look at this site. You probably know him. He is Dan Locke. I consider him one of my mentors. On his site, the first thing that you see is very powerful testimonials from other experts like Dan Pena and Brian Tracy. Then, as you scroll down, you will see numbers, results, 11,000 plus students, 1.4 million email subscribers, 2.42 million Facebook followers, 1.7 million Instagram followers, 3.16 million YouTube subscribers. Now, we both may not be on his level right away, but you can follow his patterns of success and others like him. There's a pattern. But what if Dan Locke just say, we have thousands of students and enormous followers? Will that have much of an impact? No. But when he used numbers, 11,000 plus students, it makes it more credible, right? So are there numbers that you could use in your copy? Are there things that you could use? Don't use, oh, I have so many clients. I've been in business for a long time. No. I've been in business for 11 years. I worked with 357 clients. I've solved X amounts of problems. I have produced $2,875,000 for my clients. You see the difference? It is very powerful when you do that. So don't use vague numbers. There you have it. Advanced copywriting secret number 6. Focus on pain instead of pleasure. And secret number 7. Make them feel you are an expert. There are a total of 13 advanced copywriting secrets that I'll share with you. So make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that little bell so you'll be notified when they are ready for you. Until then, thanks for watching, and I see you on the next video. Bye for now.